Hi, today I'm sat with Ruth and Laura. We're on cohort 4, so you graduated back in May. How are you feeling nowadays? What are you up to?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, can do. So I lead growth at Northcoders now, which is not what I expected to be doing, but actually really amazing. When they said, yeah, we'd like you to stay on board, I was really surprised, but it was a great privilege because I think what Northcoders do is amazing, and to be part of that journey is just outstanding, really. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. You?
I work at CLOS Consultancy as an Adie implementer. And so what that means is that I kind of work on various client projects that we've got, kind of working with people who have got an idea for an app or either some existing software that they'd like to improve in some way. So that's sort of attending client meetings, and we've also got our own projects that we've just launched called Tech Returners, which is really exciting. It's about creating opportunities for people who are either entering into tech for the first time or returning after a career break.
I think I saw that. Is it like an 11-week course or bootcamp or something like that?
Yeah, so we're doing a free 8-week course, I think it is, 8 weeks. Yeah, and that's in conjunction with Northcoders and also Barclays Eagle Labs, the people who do all 3D printing and prototyping. So I'll be helping out on that course as well, which starts soon. I also volunteer with Code Your Future, which is an organisation that provides web development programs for refugees and asylum seekers. So they currently have classes in London and Glasgow, and I'm part of a team that is helping to set up the first ever Code Your Future in Manchester, which is cool. So we're really close to having our first cohort. I think the first lessons are going to take place in November.
What Code Your Future do is absolutely amazing. I had the pleasure of meeting Jaman, you'll know Jaman.
Yeah.
Oh, probably about 3 months ago, and he was absolutely fantastic. His vision is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it can't be much more awesome than providing a coding bootcamp for free to refugees. It's just awesome. We do what we can to support them at Northcoders.
Yeah,
it's great to see that graduates like Laura and I think a few others, I think Alan.
Yeah, Alan's
of our
really
graduates
involved,
are going to help out as well.
Yeah,
so.
I've done code reviews as well, and I think a few of us on the cohort have done code reviews, and it's just, you
Oh,
just need to find an hour of your time, don't you? Yeah. So it's just one of those things that it takes so little time. Why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
To help out, and it helps me be better a programmer as well, to actually go and help people.
We've actually had a couple of Code Your Future students come through Northcoders as well. We were able to offer a couple of scholarships, I think.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
One sponsored by EY, I think, to Noor and to Wasan.
Cool. So do you do much else in the community? I've been told you're quite active. Is that the main?
Yeah, that's the main thing. I mean, one thing that I've done recently is, and I know Ruth blogs a lot as well, but I kind of wrote my first blog. But that was quite exciting because it was nice to kind of take a bit of time to reflect on the journey from coding bootcamp to first job as a junior developer. And so kind of posted that on the internet, and that got
It's a really good blog. You should go and read it.
Thank you. But that got picked up by this organisation called Code Like a Girl, which is an online publication which have published it, and they do a lot around kind of amplifying the voices of women in tech and kind of getting more role models out there, and yeah, just kind of promoting that work, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's something that I've got a filtered view of what it's like, because at Northcoders we've got quite a few women coming through the course, but it feels like that's what the tech scene's like, but I've not been out there in the wild, and I don't think it's like that at all. I feel like there's loads of women in tech because I've just been at Northcoders and there are quite a few women there, so it feels like it's completely.
But it's not actually that way, is it?
Yeah.
No, I think it's 20%. Women make up 20%.
Is it that low?
Yeah.
We're going to change that.
Yeah. And I mean, I think in Manchester it's great. There's a lot of meetup groups, another meetup group that I'm a part of. Becky, who's one of the founders of CLOS, set up a group called Women in Tech North, which is great. They're kind of I think it's every 2 months there's meetups, and it's a chance to network, to meet other women. Obviously men are allowed to attend as well.
And they do occasionally.
I nearly went myself because they sounded like some really interesting talks.
It was really good. Yeah. I went to the last one and I wasn't really sure what to expect. I sort of came in with no expectation really. I actually learned a lot. And I found it really rewarding. I'm definitely going to go back. You should go. And it's not just for women, it's for anyone really. Anyone can learn from it. So Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
But what's the biggest thing that Northcoders did, do you think, to actually help you get where you are today? Tough question.
That is a tough
It
question.
is a tough question, isn't it?
I think they taught me how to code, which was useful for applying for a developer job. But I think, you know, a lot of people say it, you know, it is intensive. Like I did the full-time 12-week course, so it is, you know, Monday to Friday. It's long hours, but you know, it's tough learning new things, but it's a really safe space, and
it's a good bunch. I think that's because Northcoders let people onto the course only if they're just kind of a good person who tries to do the right thing. And you end up with just a really nice group of people who support you, not just through the cohort, but after you've graduated. Like, I'm still mates with a lot of people from my cohort. I know you are too.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you are as well, Adie.
Yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of them. I think it's that difficult period for my lot now where a lot of them are just getting into their first job, so we're waiting for people to settle down and get their first paycheck, and then I'm sure we'll be a lot more sociable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's two criteria, isn't it? I think you've got to be a good person to be a Northcoder, but also you've got to have the work ethic.
Yeah. You've got to want to learn to code.
Yeah.
But if you
everyone
do,
wants to help each other because of that.
Yeah. If you do want to learn to code, that you'll I don't want to say you'll fly through it because it's not like it's easy, but it will be rewarding for you. It's not like a long, hard, boring slog. It's not like that at all. It's really exciting. It just can be a little bit draining at times, can't it? Because there's so much.
Yeah.
It's so hard to keep track of what's going on.
Yeah, I think if you're lucky, you dip it at a different point to someone else and they can lift you up a little bit and keep you going, but you need that kind of camaraderie to keep you going. I crashed twice, and I know that people today are kind of really struggling. We're on week 9 now. It's like last week of React, they're doing Redux, and it's all a bit,
There's always going to be hard days. But actually, do you know what, the hardest days are the ones that I think I learnt the most from. I can remember 2 days in particular, that drone sprint.
Oh yeah.
My days, I was not a happy girl on that day. But I learnt so much because so much went wrong. So it swings and roundabouts really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think like Northcoders is really good for like introducing you to that mindset of just like being like bombarded with new information and like trying to get your head around stuff, and you know, kind of realizing that like you sort of like have to accept mistakes, and becoming a developer is all about like trying to make things better, but you sort of like have to understand those errors to be able to fix them. And so
errors have to become your friend.
Yeah.
I was scared of errors at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, a red error, what does that mean? I don't know what it means. It means everything's broken and I can't fix it. But now I'm like, if there's no error, that's when I'm scared now. I'm like, oh good, there's an error message, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of growth mindset thing, isn't it? Where you have to be used to stuff failing and be okay with that and deal with it. And it took me a while. That was, like I said, that's a big challenge. Stuff that kind of avoided failure as much as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, no, that's what I want to get to. That's stage 1, isn't it? Stage 1 is fail, and stage 2 is fix it. So looking back, what are you most proud of in your time at Northcoders? Is there anything that kind of stands out that you think, oh, that was awesome?
I don't know if there's like one thing in particular. I think it's kind of just like the whole process and like getting through it and sticking with it, because, you know, like we've said, there are some days where you just think, this is really hard, why am I doing this? But it is definitely worth it, and I think you kind of like, and you sort of like strengthen your reserves each time you have one of those like difficult days, or like are up against a problem and you don't know how to solve it. You know, you'll find another way around it, and so I think all of that has been good, and just completing it and graduating has been like a real achievement. Yeah,
I agree. I don't think I could single out a day or even a week. Oh yeah, I did love Redux, but but I wouldn't want to single out any part of it. It was all great.
Yeah, I think
all of it was great.
Yeah, it was a tough question. Sorry, I always kind of felt like each week I was like, oh, this is my favourite bit so far, and then you do the next bit, and you're like, actually awesome. And then graduation party, I was just kind of relieved / elated, and I think that was probably the highlight for me when I was like, oh, I actually got through this.